Welcome back, you lovely weirdos. It's your number one Fat Asian coming to you again with another one of these intriguing FIFA 7. I hit the mic, sorry. And yeah, I'm doing it again. Today, we are seeing the tallest team versus the shortest team, with a little bit of caveats here and there. So this isn't the absolute shortest versus the absolute tallest. These are all the best players I could find that are 5 foot and below, and all the best players that are 6'2" and higher. Gotcha! Now this experiment goes ahead and gives a little tingle in your nipples. Go ahead and take your hard, erect nipples, smush it right into that like button right now. Can we hit over 1,000 likes on one of these experiments? And to all you, subscribe for more just odd Fat Asian content. You're welcome. You sexy motherfucker. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into the tall team first. I placed them on Tottenham Hotspur right over here. As you can see, I've opted for a 4-4-2 narrow diamond formation because it kind of best suits it. Not a lot of great wingers over, 6'2", you know what I'm saying? So we went with 2 strikers, then we went with, a diamond midfield. Up top, you have the likes of Diego Costa, you have the big Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and behind them, you have some excellent big target man strikers. You got, Sir Harry of Kane, Lukaku, Mandzukic, as well as Alvaro Morata. In the midfield, Cam was a little bit of a weak position, I must say. You have Dele Alli, who is absolutely phenomenal, and then behind him, as a true Cam, you could have Ross Barkley. But beyond that, it wasn't all, all that spectacular. But the center mids, though, are world class. You got Paul Pogba, who's tied for like the highest center mid rating in the game, and he is almost always on the winning side of these experiments. I can already tell you I'm probably siding with this side right here. And then you got Sergio Busquets, which I believe is probably the highest rated CDM in the game. And then you could go opt for a couple other ones in the other CM position. As you can see right here, there's Matic, you got Martinez, you got Khedira, you have Andre Gomez from Barcelona. You got a lot of great depth. You got a lot of great choices. I just went for more athleticism. Pogba, Torre, Dele Alli. That's a lot of pace in the midfield. A lot of strength too. Now the biggest weakness of the side is their fullbacks. It's very uncommon to see a 6'2" or taller fullback in the game, but we do have it right here. PSG's Munir, as you can see, is 6'3". He's an absolute monster. And then the other side, you have Chelsea's Alonso over here, who's at 6'2". And at center backs, it's very easy to find center backs over, the height of 6'2". You got Hummels, you got Boateng, and then behind him, you got the likes of Pepe, Bonucci, Piqué, Company, easy 10. And same thing with keepers. You have Neuer, Lloris, and Buffon, and I could have thrown in Courtois and De Gea, but, whatever. And then on Arsenal, I placed the best diminutive players. Well, best players that are 5'8" or under. And as you can see, attacking-wise, they are absolutely transcendent. Look at this. You got Eden Hazard up top at the left wing position. Behind him, you have the likes of Ribery, Coutinho, even Sanchez and Mertens could play out there. Then in the striker position, you have Sanchez, Mertens, and then, same old, same old. And then you have probably the best player in the world, although it's a little bit shallow in the right wing position. As you can see behind him, I actually opted for more high potential players here, and Bernardo Silva, as well as Raheem Sterling. And while this is a bit controversial, maybe I should have gone for 2 center mids or maybe a Cam in this formation. I kind of like it with 2 CDMs, and the reason I went for 2 CDMs is, one, you have 2 fantastic CDMs who are 5'8" or under. You got Conte and you have Verratti, and then in the midfield, pulling the strings, you have Iniesta, one of the greatest midfielders of his generation. Then you got Philipp Lahm out on the right back position, and you got Alba back on the left back position. Behind him, you have the likes of Tremanolis and Carvajal. But here's the thing, and here's the biggest weakness of this side. It's finding center backs, keepers who are under the height of 5'9", and it's not all that great. As you can see, Beza over here is 70 rated, Rule over here is 67, and then Pires, the Pachuca legend. Look at this man. He's a 5'8" keeper, man, and he's 43 years old. I don't know how long he's gonna last in this experiment, but he comes up for quarters, he's got long throw, and he comes for crosses. That is incredible, and he's got 85 jumping. What a fucking legend, man. I need to buy him in one of my career modes. On the bench, you got some noticeable names. You got, the likes of David Silva, Juan Mata. You also got the likes of Seri and Naby Keita. And we're going to go ahead and sim forward through the whole entire season and see which team will reign supreme. Will it be the tall boys or will the little scrappy underdogs? You guys can go ahead, vote up in the I think is right here. Don't cheat, don't cheat. Who do you think will win right here? And now I have to go ahead and make a prediction as the season goes ahead and gets set up in FIFA. And what I have learned, and what it seems to be the safest bet, is go with team who's got the better defense. For some reason, she got a strong, solid base, just like in the last experiment that we did. You not only concede less goals, you tend to score more goals as well. And while the tall team might not have the pizzazz of an Aguero or a Messi or a Hazard, the tall team's weaknesses are far less exposed than the short teams. And for that, I think we're going to go ahead and place my bet on Team Tall. Now, and you guys probably know the drill by now. If I get my prediction right, then at the end of this video, you'll see something nice happen. Let's say a montage of animals acting like humans. But if I get it wrong, let's go ahead and go back a couple experiments ago. You went ahead and voted for nipple slap. Still not completely sure what nipple slap even means, but I'll just, you know, I think we settled on Mrs. BMOnus is going to slap the shit out of my nips. Okay, so if we lose, I'm drooling all over myself just thinking about it. It turns me on a little bit, not going to lie. But let's go ahead. Let's sim forward here to January 1st, get to the halfway point, and see how Team Tall goes up against Team Small. All right, Joe Wheeler, take us away.
Go, Time Wizard!
All right, we're in January 2017. Let's go ahead and see how the players are doing right now. We're going to go over to, let's see, team stats, player stats. And see, on top, it is Valencia. What was that? Enter Valencia of Everton is on top. But it is Manchester United. And there we go. Team Tall, standing tall right here. Pogba and Kane coming in at 4th and 5th place. Mandzukic as well. All strong showings. And let's see, no one from Arsenal in this top side right here. So I'm telling you, this one might be an easy one. All right, Wayne Rooney leading the league. Okay, don't go to China just yet. And then, oh, here's the comeback though. Eden Hazard is in 3rd place on the assist list, and let's see, go down to Harry Kane has 4, so it's not all too bad. And then we have Pogba down in 15th over there. For clean sheets, Tottenham Hotspur, Team Tall once again coming through. 7 clean sheets for Gigi Buffon. Then you got the head, then you got the god himself, Jack Butland. Then you got the god himself, Jack Butland at Stoke, tied with De Gea in 3rd place. Let's go see, is Arsenal even on this list? Nope. I guess their keepers are just that bad. Oh, that does not bode well for Arsenal. I think Hazard's having a good season, but I would not be surprised if maybe Arsenal is probably somewhere down the list, like midway down. Okay, Manchester United. Spurs are actually in 2nd place, 6 points off of the top of the league. They got a legit chance to win it. Team Tall does right here. And then we go ahead and we take a look at Arsenal, are in 17th. All right, this way. Oh, the shorties. The shorties, man. This one's already over. But my God, look at that. Yeah, I guess if you have an entire back line and a keeper who's 5'8" or shorter in the Premier League, you're bound to have one of the worst defenses. Oh my God. This one is a goddamn slaughter. I apologize, guys. Maybe I should have made it like super tall or something. Let's go ahead, let's summon to June 1st and just get this massacre over now. This is basically just torture port. We're just going to see how much carnage can be wreaked. Will Arsenal get relegated? And can Team Tall go ahead and win the league? This is especially depressing for me because I am not a tall person at all. And like, tall people need another advantage up against us shorties. This some bullshit.
Go, Time Wizard!
Alright, we're in June of 2017. Let's go ahead and take a peeky at this sleeky deaky over here. Willian finished with the golden boot for Chelsea. It seems that Tottenham have fallen quite off of the pad, man. The only Spurs players that we see on here is Mandzukic, and he's actually tied 14 to 15 with Eden Hazard of Arsenal. Let's go ahead and go over to assists, and it's still the same story. Hazard is the only one in the top 15 here. What has happened to Tottenham? And we go over to clean sheets. Wow, they apparently signed Zoet. Arsenal, a bunch of cheaters. What the fuck just happened? There's no way. There is no way Arsenal could have possibly come back here. Is there? Are we about to see the biggest comeback in FIFA 17 experiment history? Fuck it, I do not want to get slapped in my titties. We go to the top. Nope. Okay. All right, let's give a round of applause. let's give a big old round of applause to Arsenal. They were in like 17th or 18th place. And they climbed and they clawed and they scrapped their way all the way up to 5th place. They beat out Chelsea, for God's sake, the defending champs. And Manchester United, even without the likes of Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Paul Pogba, were able to finish 10 points clear of Tottenham. But you go ahead and you take a closer look at the statistics, it's a little bit puzzling. They easily could have won the league. Spurs right here had the best defensive record, as well as they were tied for best goal scoring record. I'm pretty sure Arsenal must have gone out and bought like a few key pieces. So as we can see right here, they didn't buy Zawet at the halfway point. They bought him from the very beginning because he had 33 goddamn appearances, 9 clean sheets, very respectable for him. But strangely, they opted not to play Sergio Aguero, and you know, well, I guess they go for the actual player in Alexis Sanchez, a little bit of bias. Only 19 games for Messi. He put in 9 though, not all too bad of a record behind him. Then Eden Hazard had a pretty good season too. They must have really bounced back. Phil Coutinho even had a decent season. But ultimately, I think it was the downfall of their 2 5'8" center backs. They didn't buy anyone new there, so they played Claudio Beza and Jesus Murillo for the whole entire season. I think both of them are 70 and 67 respectively. Over at Tottenham, they spread the love around the keepers. Gigi Buffon getting 13, Neuer only getting 10 games, and then Lloris getting the lion's share at 16. At the striker position, it seemed like they favored Mario Mandzukic over the likes of Romelu Lukaku. They bought Lacazette, and then they didn't play him at all. What a waste of money. And then Harry Kane had 24 appearances at the other striker position. I mean, both pretty decent returns, you know, 9 goals, 11 goals, not all too terrible. Paul Pogba once again having a fantastic season in one of these sims. 33 appearances, 10 goals, 4 assists, 9 clean sheets when he was in. And even with the likes of Pepe, Company, PK, Javi Martinez, Hummels, Boateng, and Bonucci, they went out and they bought Lucas Hernandez and played him in one game. So what Tottenham essentially did is they wasted a lot of money this season. But yeah, there you guys go. Team Tall definitely had it in the bag this one, but you know, good up to the underdog, to the team short. I mean, that turnaround from Arsenal was that was some like sorcery shit. But I got the prediction right, which means my nipples are safe once again, at least for this episode. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. If you want to go ahead and check out my latest FIFA 17 experiment, where we pit the best fast team versus the best slow team, go ahead and click over here, dig. And if you have not gone ahead and checked out my China Man career mode, where I take China and try to win the World Cup, it is emotional. Click over here. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me, BMOnus. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember to stay yourself, stay humble, be weird.